was tall and strong, but not as tall as she. Lean and muscled, he clearly didn't live a life of ease. Though she knew he was in his early 40s, his grizzled beard and weathered skin made him appear older than he was. Yet his brown eyes, quick and observant, took in the details of the shop. His expression was pleased as he observed bolts of fine woolen fabric. A rainbow of colors and constellations of patterns filled 2 walls. Prayer shawls of intricate weaving were priced for rich or humble, a variety of sizes neatly folded on shelves. Finally, he took in the loom and Sarah, and grinned. "My flocks would be flattered that their wool has become such a fine and holy covering. I will tell them next season when they're shorn." Sarah smiled shyly and looked downward, but didn't break the rhythm of her labor. A lock of wild black hair spilled from beneath Lamsa's turban and across his brow like the forelock of a horse. "There is no wool like the wool of Lamsa's sheep," Boaz praised. "It is the fleece of Eden. Nothing so thick and yet silky, no fleece like it in the world." Rebecca clapped her hands in delight. "But you're here with us. How's the family, your sons? 3 of them, yes? And your wife?" "My sons are well and strong, 10, 12, and 15. His smile faltered. "But my beautiful Jerusha flew away last spring, trying to give me our 4th child, and I am without my great companion." Boaz and Rebecca clucked their tongues and wagged their heads in unison at the news. "So sorry to hear your news." "Very sorry. May she rest in peace." "What's a man without a wife?" "A wife. Only half. What's life without a woman?" Boaz's eyes glanced furtively at his daughter. His lower lip extended. Eyebrows rose and fell as he turned his face slightly to one side as a thought passed through his mind and out his ear. "Rebecca, go and fetch your cousin something to eat, quickly. He's come a long way to see us." Sarah thought her father made it sound as though Lamsa had not eaten in 1,000 miles and that he'd come all the way from Eden just to share a meal. Sarah saw that her father and mother had invisibly tattooed the word widower across Lamsa's forehead. Lamsa bowed slightly as Sarah's mother hurried off to fetch refreshment. "The dust of Eden remains on our mountains." Lamsa laid out his wares on the fabric table to show samples of this year's wool and fine, thick fleeces from his flocks in the north beyond Babylon. "And the glory of Adonai remains in our high mountain pastures. My sheep drink in the memory of it, and even the grass they graze translates the vision of Adam into this." He swept his hand proudly over the wool. Boaz ran his fingers over the miracle produced by Lamsa's flock and closed his eyes in pleasure at the quality. "Nothing like this wool anywhere." Lamsa added, "Ah, brother, you should taste the meat of my lambs. Nothing has such flavor. I dream of it when I'm away." "You must be hungry. Where is that woman?" Then Boaz called to Rebecca, "Wife, where are you? Hurry, bring the wine and cheese and bread for Lamsa." Rebecca bustled in with a tray of food and a jug of wine. "I must go prepare a feast for you, Lamsa. So many years since we've served you. Our daughter Sarah will help me. She's a good cook. Sarah?" Sarah tried to maintain her smile, but was well aware her mother had already mentally discarded the word widower and substituted the phrase potential husband for lame, too tall Sarah, 23-year-old spinster daughter. Rebecca motioned to Sarah, and the thump of the loom fell silent. She stepped from her chair and towered over the room. "This," Boaz said, smiling, "is our daughter Sarah. She was a child when you were last here." Lamsa did not say, "My, how you've grown," but Sarah saw the thought in his expression. Sarah stepped forward and curtsied. "Cousin Lamsa, I know you by the beauty of the wool I weave, sir." Lamsa kissed her on both cheeks. "Cousin Sarah, you play the loom as if it were David's harp." He gestured at her father's wares. "And here is the poetry and the melody and the music of your effort." It was a kind thing for him to say, and a true thing as well. Sarah bowed her head slightly, then left with her mother so Boaz and Lamsa could conduct business. Sarah limped after her mother through the curtain into the back room of the